please like and subscribe. Welcome back to another Crypto Bros
And a Holly Girl.
107.
107.
107.
A little different today because Greg is not with us. He had
Special assignment.
He's on special assignment. There you go, Caleb. That's exactly what we should say.
Oh, is
Guys,
that
yeah. Before we get started, though, I got to tell you something. I love the comment section of the live broadcast. If you haven't been paying attention, some of them have been hanging out with us for over 15 minutes. And Rudy said, "Did the Yankees score a goal yet?" And Meg said, "I think it's called a basket, Rudy."
That's awesome.
If you know, you know, but that is hilarious. But anyways, thanks for joining us live because it's so much more fun to have people to talk to and kind of read and see you guys following along and things like that. But this week we don't have a lot of subjects to talk about, but I think we have a few things to go over. So let me ask you a very loaded question.
Okay.
How was your week?
Oh, mine was incredibly busy. I feel like I did not get a day just to like chill for a minute. Not one day this week. It's been crazy.
Yeah, the best way I can describe this week for me was it was extremely long. Like, you know how some weeks seem like they fly by? This one seemed to drag on and on and on.
Yeah.
But I also don't feel like I got anything done. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Like, it was like I was busy doing this, doing that, but I never got anything that made me feel like I accomplished anything. I don't know. I'm glad to put this one in the rearview mirror and move forward.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So part of why I was busy is my real life job. We had this huge launch, which was such a success, and it was a really like huge accomplishment for our team. So it's been like pretty awesome. However, we worked from, let's see, I think I was up till almost 1 a.m. working. And then I had to turn around and launch part 2 at 6:30 in the morning. And so, and it's not like you launch, you're done. You have to sit and monitor for hours and hours. And I mean, actually weeks and days and months. I mean, we're done, but we're not done. There's still so much more that, needs to be looked at. So I don't see my weeks to come being like slowing down. So I'm really worried. However, the really like, what do they call it? The peak and you know what I'm talking about? The peak of your week and the something. What is that called?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember.
You're the peak and the pit. So my very peak of this week is I did take a half day on Friday and I got to spend all day shopping with the mini all day long. So
awesome.
That was the peak. Yes. And
was this her first weekend back from college?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I even drove, Thursday night, I drove down to Tucson so that I could pick her up so that we could go and do stuff on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So how was it? She's only been gone, 2 weeks?
Well, 3 weekends. Well, yeah.
Okay, so how was it, the reunion?
It was really, it was like, she was like, "Oh, hey, Mom." It was like, "Thanks for picking me up."
So Mom was way more excited than daughter?
Yeah, and I picked her up and she's like, "Can we go to Oregano's?" And I was like, "Yes." But it was really late, and so we got it to go. We had to wait to eat it till we got home because, yeah.
Did you cry?
So when she left, I gave her a hug and, she went on her way and afterwards it wasn't great.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just really hard to know she's on her own.
I don't know about, I kind of know about Caleb. I don't know about Greg and I don't know about you, Holly, but when we went to college, it seemed like the first couple weeks, or I don't know, first few months we came home more regularly. And then as time went by, it came home a little bit less and a little bit less. And then honestly, it wasn't ever really a big deal to me because I knew I could jump on my car and get home if I had to. But it's different when you're the parent, for sure.
Yeah.
So mine is actually the opposite.
Oh.
I got out. My parents would, come down to Tucson to see us more than us going home. But I also, some of my friends, were close by too. So my parents were the only reason to go home. However, they were always coming to us because all of us kids lived in the same spot. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
But now, like, I much would rather go home than not, just because it's beautiful in Flagstaff and I like hanging out with my parents. It's fun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mhm.
I have a weird question for you, Holly, just to completely change the subject so you don't cry on camera. Do you get fall in Arizona?
It depends. I mean, we say we do. We get fall weather. Like, we don't get the changing of the leaves and stuff unless you go up north to Flagstaff.
Yeah.
But we get like chilly. I mean, our chilly is probably like
70?
well, like 60 degrees.
Oh,
But
okay.
I mean, there is a couple days that it freezes. Just a couple, though.
Couple days.
Yeah,
Like,
we have
very-
a couple months where it freezes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
the reason I bring that up is because, I love fall. It's crisp air, it's the leaves changing, it's just the weather.
Yeah.
It's not so hot. All the bugs from hell go back to hell. They don't bite me.
That is true.
But
Actually.
I've noticed this week, because we are in extreme drought right now, that the leaves are falling off of the trees. And it's not because of the weather's really changed that much. I mean, we're in the low 80s, I would say, right now. But my neighbor's yard looks like it's Halloween. And not because they have decorations up, but because the leaves are just falling off the trees. And so this fall could be a little interesting for sure. But I wasn't sure how that worked in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, it definitely, I don't think that you guys would be like, oh, this is fall weather. You'd be like, oh, this is like summer nights. So,
Probably.
yeah, I don't, but it's beautiful weather for us. I mean, you can go out and hike finally, and you don't have to worry about the snakes getting you and stuff like that. Like, I love this
No
weather.
100. Are you still pushing triple digits?
Yes, but I think yesterday was the last day in the hundreds. And
Gotcha.
so, yeah, even next week is supposed to be like in the low 90s. And that's huge for us, you guys. Huge.
Yeah. Well, I feel
That's
like
good.
we're old people because we just spent 3 minutes talking about the weather. But, when
That's all right.
you're,
Oh my
you're
gosh.
pushing 50, what are you
I
going to do?
have to tell you guys, since Meg mentioned frogs, this is, and I am so proud to announce, and I didn't tell you guys because I didn't want to jinx myself. This is the first monsoon season and summer I have gotten through that I did not have one frog at our house. Not one. Thank
Wow.
you. It is a big accomplishment. And
We might change that for you.
no.
Special delivery, Holly. Special delivery.
No, I cannot believe it. That's doesn't happen. I hear about other people having frogs, but not at my house.
Not yet.
No, it's too cold for them now, and that is real. They hibernate right now. They're gone.
Okay.
Yep.
How did your college football team do yesterday?
I don't want to talk about it.
Was it Friday? No, they played Friday, didn't they?
It was Friday.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No.
Thanks a lot, Caleb.
It wasn't a good game.
Tell us how you really feel, Caleb.
The game sucked.
It was really bad. There was no discipline on the defense at all. And I don't know, Fafita was throwing some really, I feel like the offensive coach didn't do a good job himself with the play calling, because there's no reason on 2nd and 9 you should be throwing it into the end zone, and it got intercepted. They punted it, and the other team, Kansas State, ran it back into, it's just, I'm embarrassed. I'm mad, because that is not the team that we've been, at least last year. So,
and it sucks when that's on a Friday night primetime where it's like the only game, everyone is watching it, and then your team doesn't show up. But bad play, all that. I have a question for you. What in the heck was your head coach wearing around his neck?
It's a lei. So they're really
It
big.
looks like a fake snake. It's the worst lei I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
It looks like he got it at the dollar store.
Well, stop it. So the mom, we're really
I'm going to feel bad, aren't I?
Yeah, the Polynesians the U of A really supports them. And so we always have a lot of them on our football team specifically because they're great players.
He's
Great.
not Polynesian though.
No,
Okay.
But the parents, specifically the moms, every game give him a new lei to wear. And so that came from one of the players' moms.
Oh, great. So now I'm a jerk.
Yeah, Josh.
Huge jerk. But I want to be even more petty for a second.
Uh-oh.
Washington and Mr. Jed Fish lost to Washington State.
Yeah, they did.
That was my proudest, happiest moment because he cried, he complained, he was just a real big jerk, and that's what he gets. Karma is a B.
Well, and also I saw a meme on the internet last night, I think it was, that said Washington left the Pac-12 because their biggest fear was getting beat by Washington State, and then they still lost to them. So, but hey, your Pac-12 is on a comeback. They're signing all these state schools like Boise State and all these I can't remember all the different ones. Colorado State, all of them. So they got like 8 teams.
Did Colorado and Colorado State played as well, and I don't remember seeing the final score.
Colorado won like 28-7 or something like that.
But it was a really boring game.
Yeah.
I watched most of it. They have a middle linebacker, though, that wrecked havoc for Colorado yesterday. He just, I felt like he was in a video game. It was like a hit stick. Every time he tackled somebody, it was just crushing them. And
was that Goldberg's son?
No, he has 2 last names. I don't remember what his name was, but I didn't know Goldberg's son played for Colorado.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. But then I did see Sanders' son was talking smack to the other quarterback. You know, when the game's over, you go shake hands, and you've been competing, and he refused to shake the other quarterback's hands and told him things that I won't say, I won't repeat. But it's all on camera too, so it made him look like a real jerk.
And he is a real jerk.
Yeah, okay, I agree.
I mean, I've been saying this since I was just, needing my point to be proven that he wasn't going to be this thing that everybody thought he was going to. No, players a lot of them are already saying they're leaving next year. They're gonna go to the portal.
Really?
I think Deion's leaving next year too. I don't think Caleb said that for a while, and I thought, no, he'll build a program there. From what I've seen, I think he's there for his son. Did you guys see that they have like a traveling DJ, a full-time traveling DJ?
Stop it right this instant.
Yes, that was in the locker room at Colorado State. DJ Fedora is his name, as a matter of fact, and he wears the fedora hat. And I was like,
did you apply for that, Josh?
No, I didn't apply. I probably am not cool enough to be Deion's DJ, but it's just weird.
I mean, it creates a job opportunity.
There you go.
Yeah.
On the positive side.
It probably pays way more money than it should too.
It's stupid, and it's probably the people who donate to the college.
Kitty.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, Phoenix, he's being a pain in the butt.
So they're talking about it in the comments a little bit. What about Tua? If you guys were in Tua's shoes, would you retire or would you keep playing?
That was it. That's it, Tua. 4 concussions is enough.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with that is these guys are where they're at in the athletic field that they're in because they are super competitive.
Yeah.
And my fear is you're going to see a guy like that hang on, 1 concussion too many.
I agree.
And when you have paid a guy hundreds of millions of dollars to do a job and he says he's good and your medical staff says he's good, do you just tell him no? Because somebody out of 32 teams will sign him if he still wants to play. Yeah. And my fear is that we're going to see something really, really bad happen on TV when it comes to him.
Ew, and that's the worst. Though it's gonna. Yeah, I hate those because there's some plays that I will never forget. Ugh. Yeah. And it's not a good never forget either. I wish I never would have saw that.
One of those for me was was it 2 years ago when he got concussed? They put him back in the game, and then he looked like he was having a seizure. And I thought we were watching someone dying in the middle of a football game.
Is that the one that carted him off the field?
Yes, I would hope that, and I do know that these big contracts that NFL teams have, they do have insurance on them. So I would hope that they would be like, hey, we're on the fence here, man. Take the rest of the year. Let's see. But worst case scenario, we'll still pay your contract. it wouldn't go against a cap if he wasn't on the team. And
Yeah.
then they just use the insurance money to pay him his money and be like, dude, go do something else so that you're okay.
Right. Be an announcer like Brady is, a commentator or whatever.
Yeah.
Did
Or
you
start
watch
coaching
his
or
game?
whatever.
No, you know what? I was
Was-
like so excited to see how good or bad he would do, right? I was so excited. And then I totally forgot the day of. And then I saw people commenting about how he was a little off. Like it
It
wasn't
was super bad.
yeah.
Like Greg Olson to me was really, really good. And then he just came in and took his job. Here's my fix for both situations. Tua, retire. Brady, take his job. Give Olson his job back. And then the world is right. And the Chiefs can stomp Miami in the playoffs with Brady as a quarterback.
He won't, right? Like there's just no.
the fact that you had to say right with a question mark at the end of
Yeah.
it means we all are a little worried that dude's coming back.
But don't you think it's time for him to stay retired too?
Yes, I
Yeah.
so want him to stay retired.
Like, when he's what, 40 something? 42,
Late
isn't he?
45, I think.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, when they say when you're in your
That's
40s,
old.
you probably just everything hurts a little bit more and it's a
Mhm.
little bit easier to get like really injured. So just retire while you still you got your whole body intact.
Yeah.
He's 47.
Jesus, see, there is just he is over the hill in football. Over the hill, Brady. Please.
Yeah, stay retired. Or he's going to end up being that guy that we're talking about with Tua also.
Yeah.
But speaking of football, you guys ready to do your picks?
Sure.
Yes.
So as you saw on the current streaks, I'm winning with 1, and then Caleb's
I'm
second
winning.
with 1, and then Holly's third with 1.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, are you kidding me? How is
We're
it?
all tied.
So we're all tied. But then Greg's at 0 because he lost his game. He picked Cincinnati and they lost. And the comment section is at 0. Sorry, Bearded, but Green Bay didn't win. Of course, we are a week behind because we do this on Sundays. So as of right now, we are still all in the hunt to win our games this week. Yours and Caleb's are later tonight or tomorrow. And then my game is actually going on right now. And the last time I checked, Cleveland is up by 6 with 12 minutes to go. I can't believe I picked Cleveland because I wouldn't have if I had watched them play the Cowboys last week.
Yeah.
But this is where we're at. So it is Greg's turn to pick first. He's not here. Let's pick for him. I think we should have him having like Carolina winning.
That's not very nice.
Wait, can we recap who we've already picked?
Yeah, sure. Greg has already picked Cincinnati and Baltimore.
Okay.
You have already picked Buffalo and Philly. The comments have picked Green Bay and the Rams. And I have picked Cleveland and New Orleans.
Okay.
And Caleb has picked Houston and New Orleans.
Got it. I remember.
I think we make Greg pick Carolina. I don't even know who they're playing.
He's going to lose again.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to be like that?
All right, Greg, pick Carolina. Good job, Greg. Comment section. You guys be thinking about it. And anybody wants to throw something out there, then you guys get a chance. Ghost, you pick. You want to pick the Steelers this week? They're available. It's a Survivor Series league. In the meantime, while the comment section,
week 3, we're talking about week 3 picks, right?
Yeah, we're talking about week 3 picks. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
so Ghost, pick one for week 3. You cannot pick Green Bay or the Rams. And then I'm going to go with Detroit this week, or for week 3. I'm going to pick Detroit.
I was going to pick
Oh, actually, sorry, Holly. Who'd you say? You were supposed to go next before the comment section.
Oh,
So you get to pick.
I am actually, I think, oddly enough, I'm going to go with the Raiders over the Panthers.
Yeah, that's not a bad one at all. I seriously considered that.
I think I need to get the Raiders out of the way.
Yeah, it's
And the
probably
kind of suck. So
anytime you pick that, I'm with you. So then I've got Detroit, and Ghost is going to go Bills over Jags.
that's a
Bills
good
over
one.
Jags. That is a good one. So the comments will go 3. And Caleb, that leaves you.
I'm gonna go the Bucks over the Broncos.
Another good one. That was one that I was thinking about doing too.
That's a good one.
So he said, scratch that. Are we going to let him change his pick from Buffalo to the Lions?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Who the Lions playing?
I have no idea.
Cardinals.
Oh, no. Yeah, the
Is it
Cardinals. That's who I picked too, Ghost.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But
We're on the same
speaking,
page.
while we're on this topic, can we just give myself a little shout out for how good my team is on our
No, we can't do that.
You know what? If
We don't
my
have time. We
team
have so much
stays
stuff to talk
healthy-
about.
Yeah.
If my team stays healthy, I am the team to beat on our fantasy. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna.
I am not, Holly. I am second to last. My draft worked out really weird. I think I had the 7th pick, so I didn't get any of the top guys. Then I got to pick somebody. Then I had to wait like whatever 6 or 7 more picks to pick again, and it was just odd.
Excuses.
But I did make some free agent signings,
Mm.
and one of them is doing pretty good today. We will see how it all works out. But I'm hoping to be in the thick of things within the next couple weeks. I actually sent you a couple trades, Holly. Then I thought both of these trades are dumb. So,
How do I check that?
check what?
Your
What
trade.
trade?
Oh, I deleted it. I didn't send it to
Oh.
you.
I didn't get I don't know. I didn't get a
So
notification.
Josh, Ghost can pick Lions, right?
Yeah, he can pick the same team as I do.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be the same week. It just you only can pick them once in the entire year. All right, so let's talk about the debate. Okay.
Okay.
Talk about the debate. So the biggest news I think all week long was the debate. And what was that, Tuesday? So it's been a little while.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about the debate?
I thought it was funny.
Did you guys watch the debate?
I sure
didn't.
did.
I didn't
Okay.
watch it.
Mm-hmm. I just kind of feel like, because I can honestly say that I am a mutual party. Like, I don't like
You're
either.
Switzerland?
I am so
Yeah.
Switzerland. And it's just because I have a really hard time just with life in general. Like, I can't just stick to one thing and be like, this is it and that's gold. I always
Yeah.
have this, like, are you sure? Like, I question everything and it drives people insane, but I do, and I can't help it.
That's good.
I want to know every possible scenario.
Yeah.
And so I can honestly say I'm in the middle, and I can honestly say they're both just so damn petty. Like, the pettiness on both sides, because even, Kamala was like taking jabs at Trump. I mean, but the fact that he allowed, like, one part, she took a jab at one of his rallies saying people left, that was the best part. And she was like, I invite you guys to go and see what it's really like to go into, one of his rallies and blah, blah, blah. And he got so upset over that. And it's like, who cares what they say about your rally? That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He wanted, and then, the commentators, I can honestly, or what are they called? The
Mediators, or I don't know.
I mean, they were taking, like, shots at Trump directly, like, really debunking him. And that they did. There was a tiny bit of debunking on Kamala's side, or them kind of rebutting what she said. But I did think that it favored more going towards Trump. However, how come nobody is stopping and thinking, why in the actual hell do we need to fact check our presidents? Like,
Yeah.
why do we, the people, have to fact check the people who are supposed to be leading our country? Ask yourself that. That's insanity.
You want the honest answer? Because most politicians are liars.
I know.
And they've been lying for so long, they actually believe themselves.
And
And so
that
they
is
don't
why-
realize they're even lying.
Right. I mean, but that's what makes me like, really, I cannot, in good faith, go for either side. There is terrible things on both sides. They're both lying. And that to me, it's just not, I just can't, in my hearts of hearts, choose one or the other because I think they're both bad. And that's all we have to choose from. That sucks.
That
So are
is
you going to
exactly,
vote?
No, I sure am not.
You're not going to vote.
that's exactly what I was going to say. Out of all of the people in the United States of America, this is the best two that we have to pick from. Now, you can go off policies and you can go off platforms and you can go off this and that, because I do believe that you don't have to like the person to be able to vote for them based on what their policies are. Because some of the biggest and best leaders ever of all time are not necessarily good people. You know, they might have good morals or whatever, but they're all different. Okay, you have to be different to want to be the president of the United States. You just have to be. And whether that's an ego-driven thing, whether that's a power-driven thing, whatever it may be. But what I would really, really like to see is when we have like the primaries, that we have 5-7 people that want to be president of the United States, so that they can be good for America, not for themselves, not for some party, not for some whoever may be helping them behind the scenes. And I just don't know if we have that. I feel like, and I'm not endorsing anybody, like my endorsement means anything. I feel like that when it comes to that, Trump probably is more about the American people than the other side. And I only base that on what he did in his 4 years and what she's done in her 4 years. Because there is something really weird to the fact of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And like he said,
so
the best line of the whole debate was, go back to the White House and close the border tonight. Then you have the power to do so. And I'm like,
I have a
it's so
question
weird.
for you, though.
Mm-hmm.
As her being vice president, how do we know that she actually hasn't already discussed that and has not gone to Biden and said, we should do this, we should do that, and got shot down? How do we actually know that?
We don't actually know that, but I would say the way that she got to be vice president and the things that, and I don't have the exact references to them, but there's really no history of any like true thoughts or policies that she's ever even thought of, only because you have to remember 4 years ago, she was one of the Democratic nominees, right? And in the primary, she was the first one to drop out because she had zero support from anyone.
Yeah.
If she had these great ideas and all these things, then she probably wouldn't have been the first one that dropped out. Maybe the second. I don't know. Because I'm not a big politic guy by any means.
Wow.
I actually hate the word politics, because to me, that is the behind the scenes manipulation of arguments and power and all these sort of things. What these people are supposed to be at the core is representatives of the voters.
Yeah.
You take that even to the state level. You have representatives at the state levels for the counties or the regions. So some states may be set up different. At the national level, we have people in the House and we have people in the Senate that are supposed to be voting policy based on the people from the state that sent them there, right? That's what it's all about. It's not about what I want. It's about what the people that voted me into office want. At the presidential level, once again, we should be having candidates that actually care about the American people. And I don't see that. I haven't seen that in years. I'm not picking one side or another. It is, because you want to know my honest opinion, I think they're all crooks. At this point, I think they're all crooks. I don't care what side of the aisle that you're on. We need to flip the switch. We need some reform, and we need to get some new blood in there. I think there should be term limits. There's term limits on the most powerful position in the United States, which is the president of the United States. There should be term limits on everything else. And that's it.
Yeah.
And if there's not, then why aren't there? This should not be a career. This should be, let me get in, let me do what's best for the people that I'm representing. Let me get out, let somebody else do the job. Because when I vote for healthcare, when I vote for taxes, when I vote for all these other things, when I go back to the real world, I'm paying that same thing. Now they have separate benefit packages, separate health packages, all these different things. They're not living in our world. And I think it's insane. It's broken. It's a broken machine, except for
Well,
the
and the
one
thing is,
percenters.
I just don't, even if it's going to be broken for a very long time because it's going to take a very long time to fix it.
It's either going to take a really long time or something
bad.
very extreme.
Well,
to
I
fix
know,
it.
and that's the part I don't want to happen. We just need to figure out how to fix it and start fixing it. But you can't do that if the highest people up there don't want to fix the problem. That's just all there is to it.
You can't, like it, because let's think about if we were those same people, right? I mean, morally, I don't think we would make decisions based the same way that these guys are making decisions. But you're going to vote yourself out of a job? Like that doesn't make sense. If you would, if you were doing it for the right reasons, but these guys aren't doing it for the right reasons.
Right.
Totally insane to me.
But it's all of these reasons that really, I have a very hard time with regular people going after each other because of these two leaders.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
it like open your eyes a little bit and you can see that there's, good and bad in both. And it shouldn't cause a divide. We shouldn't want a divide. And I feel like both sides are causing that.
Who's causing the divide?
It's the government.
Yes, the leaders are causing the divide. I can go anywhere within reason, okay? And 99% of the people that I will interact with, even if I go out of my way to interact with people that I don't know, I'm going to be able to get along with them and we're going to have zero issues.
Well, and what I don't really understand is I have seen people that are like, if you're Democrat, if you're Republican, unfollow me, don't talk to me, don't.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me because how do you know that, that person, you probably agree on the same thing. You just don't give it a chance.
And well, it's the same thing as I see when people are like, well, I'm voting for Harris because she's a woman. That is an insane argument to me. I understand that there could be some importance and some historical significance to that. But if she isn't the right candidate, it shouldn't be based on that. Just like I would say this exact same thing of, well, I'm voting for Trump because he's a man. Can we not get together and vote the best people for the job? I mean, I believe for the most part, as an American public, we are intelligent enough to pick the best candidates. But the whole house of cards thing is, here's your two choices. And I don't think either side of the aisle really cares who wins because they know it's going to stay the same. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. It's frustrating though, because I'm with you, Holly. It's like, it's going to take a very long time to change, or something super extreme is going to have to happen for it to change. Yeah. And I don't know if the majority of the American public is even willing to go through that extreme to make it change. Most talk like they would, but I don't think most of them actually either could or would.
Yeah.
Because it would be something that we'd never seen before. Not in our lifetime anyways. Yeah. Anyways, I hate politics.
Those of you because I have heard from multiple people, well, if you don't vote, then you can't complain about who gets in office. I complain about both, so I make it fair.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's somehow we've gotten to this broken. All right, I'm a nerd. Okay, I went back and actually watched some older debates. I won't even tell you who they were, but we're talking would have been at least 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
There was intelligent conversations happening. As a younger man, I don't remember it being that way. But going back and watching some of these people were intelligent. Like they were talking about policy. They were actually getting into things that matter and not arguing with each other about golf games and rallies and all, things that don't matter.
Yeah.
And it didn't even seem to be ego driven. because I actually think both candidates we have right now are very ego driven,
100%.
and
Oh,
it hasn't always been that way.
there was one part during the debate where they were going back and forth and whatever. And Kamala did come out and say he wants to talk about something and, about something in the past. I don't know. And she said, but why don't we talk about the plan? What our plans are, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yes, maybe they'll get into their plans on how they intend to fix this, because I've yet to hear either side on what they're going to do and how to make it better. We just hear they're going to make it better. They just totally danced around that and went
Both of
right
them did.
bickering. And I was like, so talk about it, Kamala. Tell us then. If you want to talk about that, like you say, talk about it. And she didn't.
Well, and not only that, I'm still wondering, did she ever meet with Putin? It was a direct question. Did you ever meet with Putin? And she danced around it, and nobody, as the moderators, you've got to hold people accountable to, hey, that wasn't the question.
Yeah.
The question was, if that's a yes or no thing. Like, I don't know. Yeah, honestly, guys,
did she?
She never answered it.
Is it rumored that she has or hasn't?
Has.
Because
that's what Trump was saying, that she failed in the negotiations with Putin. Because then 3 days later they attacked. So
right.
Yeah.
It is exactly right.
Yeah, I'm going to put that up there. This is 100% right.
Yeah.
Not one actual question was answered during the debate. I agree. And it's frustrating. So then what happens to a guy like me? And the world doesn't revolve around me, right? But I do feel like there is a percent of the population that has a like mind of like I do. I quit paying attention to the debates. It's a waste of time. It is a waste of time.
Yeah.
So did one person's mind get changed from one side to the other by the end of that debate?
No. I mean,
no. Did anyone get policy questions answered? Did anybody get anything answered that they weren't unaware of out of that 2 hours?
No.
Oh.
I see everything that they talked about, I see on their stupid ass commercials. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Read those commercials.
Television got the ratings, is all they got. Some more money.
Do you think there's going to be another one?
No. I don't think so. Because let's just take Trump, for instance. He's a very, very successful businessman, right? I mean, even if you hate the man, you have to know that he's got some skill in some life hacks or whatever it may be. He sucks at debating. Yeah. He's a very poor debater. He had a couple moments where, here's the moment that sticks out to me is when she goes, all your people hate you. And I'm paraphrasing, but he said, yeah, they're stupid. When he could have said, I got new people. Because he does have new people, right? He's got people that have flipped parties to come to his, he's got Elon Musk. You could put him in there, RFK Jr., and to name just a few. But instead he's like, well, they're stupid. That's not how you have an intelligent conversation. That's how I talk to you guys when we're just screwing around. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. And we all laugh and then we go on to something else. But this is way more important than what we talk about.
Well, the thing is, so I work with people around the world, actually. And so I get to talk to them every day. And we talk a lot about our politics, and they actually can't believe what is happening over here, and they laugh at us. And growing up, I don't ever remember hearing, and I've always kind of was interested in the things around politics. I always have been. There was a point in my life earlier where I was like, maybe I'll run for office. I was like, maybe I could.
I think you're too short.
Yeah, probably. But I don't remember growing up ever hearing another country laughing at the United States of America.
No.
Never. No. And that is, to me, all in itself really disappointing, because I was very I don't want to say patriotic, but I was. My dad was in the military, and my grandpa was in the military, and just growing up, they went, they were in war. And so.
Well, Holly, I don't think there's anything wrong with being patriotic, but part of what makes you patriotic is the pride that you have in the country and the people and this and that. and there's less to be prideful about.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
It is a laughing stock. It is a joke. I mean, how many times do you see things that pop up on your news feed or whatever, and you're like, again, like, I really can't believe this is happening, because it seems like a dream, like it's some weird, like, B-rated movie, like, this couldn't really be happening. It's happening.
It's happening. It's alive and well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Matt. He said Holly's foreign policy is probably better than our current administration's.
Yeah,
That's probably true. It probably would be.
Yeah.
At least you would have a cool slogan like "Be kind."
Hell yes.
Yeah. All right.
And all of my things will be "Let me holly at you."
Yeah, it would. Would I have a job
4
in your
years.
cabinet?
Hell yes, we would. It would be. We would figure it out.
What would my job be?
Probably something in analytics.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be something cool though in analytics? Because sometimes analytics is boring.
Yeah, I'll let you choose.
Sweet. All right, I'll vote
4
Holly.
years. Get ready.
Yeah, you need to start filling out the paperwork. You can run next time. It's too late for this time. All right, real quick updates. The Ravens are beating. You're what?
I'm not rich enough to run for president.
No, you're not. You don't. That's the problem too. It shouldn't matter.
I know.
It should not matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the Ravens are beating the Raiders by 10. The Titans are tied with the Jets. The Patriots are up 3 on the Seahawks. All these games are late in the fourth. Commanders and Giants are tied. Packers are still beating the Colts by 6. Browns are up 3, and the Jaguars, that's my pick this week. They do have the ball. They're probably going to win that game. The Niners are losing by 9 to the
I know.
Vikings.
My heart is so happy right now.
Yeah.
I do not like the 49ers, so yay.
Here's what makes my heart happy. The Saints are killing the Cowboys 44 to 19. That game is over.
Kamara has got 44 points.
He's on my team too. Yep.
See, every year I have a chance to draft that guy, and every year I think he's got to be on the downturn, and every year he does this and hurts my heart.
You know what? I think Kamara was my first pick, which was crazy because it's usually a tight end, and I think for whatever reason, got Kamara.
Awesome.
And the Buccaneers are up 4 on the Lions. The Lions do have the ball though. And there's a minute 23 left in the game. And the Chargers killed the Panthers, the worst team in the NFL. So great. Good
Greg
job,
already
Chargers.
lost.
No, that's for next week.
Oh, that's next
We're
week.
picking a week ahead. So
Sometimes I forget we're on a podcast. I'm over here eating ice.
Okay.
Whoops.
that's why I love our podcast, because we're just real people doing real things. We don't pretend to be anything we're not. If you're cool with that, then you're going to have a great time. If you're not cool with that, then we probably aren't the podcast for you.
No.
So one last thing before we get into Caleb's Choice.
Okay.
If you are a fan of the podcast, which I would say there's probably at least 12 people that are, because there's that many that are here live with us. And we do thank you. We have some pretty big news coming up next week. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So you have to know that the 4 of us, first off, we're friends, right? I mean, we're just friends. Like, we actually do care about one another. Like, we'll check in on each other from time to time. And obviously 3 of us live pretty close to one another. Yeah. But
2 of them are actually family.
Yeah. So, but we also have a little bit of vision, and we also really do care about the future of what this is turning into. And it's not going to be like amazing news like Travis and Jason Kelce signing a $100 million deal with Amazon to do their podcast. It's not going to be that cool. But we do actually have
Not that cool, guys.
We do actually have some pretty cool things coming up in the future, and we're going to crack the door on that just a little bit next week. So we'll hope that you guys will join us for that, so that we can share kind of what the future of this thing looks like, because in a couple weeks it's going to look a little different.
Yes. I'm excited.
Me too. I actually can't wait. I think it's something that, yes, we are trying to build a little suspense behind it, but it's also it's not going to actually take shape until the first weekend of October.
Yes.
So we're not too far away, though. I want to give you a couple little hints on that.
Just around the corner.
So I have to, Counterfeit Operator gave us the best slogan, actually. real people doing real things. That would be the best slogan.
Hey.
for me.
That would be.
Why don't we figure this out and actually see what it takes to run for president of the United States
Oh my
to get
God,
your name on a ballot?
Ridiculous. I can't even get on Big Brother. How am I going to be a president?
I don't think you
Never
have to
know.
interview to get on the ballot. You just got to get enough votes to be able to be in the primary.
I don't know that many people.
I'm
Chuck.
looking into it. I'm looking into it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I'll be your VP.
You're
I don't
right.
want to be the
Just
candidate.
write
I
it.
want to be the VP.
Okay.
Okay, sweet.
But do
You
it.
are an American citizen, right, Holly?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what though? My birth certificate has the wrong city on it.
Oh, great.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, because
Yeah.
it's so funny.
You're off the team.
Yeah, you can.
Caleb, you're running for president now.
Oh yeah. No, but seriously, so not a lot of people know this, so I'll tell our 12 viewers as well. I was actually born in
14 now, Holly.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
In at the right time. I was actually born in my grandparents' house. I wasn't born in a hospital. My grandpa is a doctor, or he was a doctor. He's since passed, but yeah, he delivered me in his house. And so I didn't go the normal to the hospital and they give you all that paperwork, all that stuff. Well, somehow my birth certificate, like totally wrong city. It's somewhere here in Arizona. I've never even heard of it, but yeah.
So at least it's in the right state.
Yeah, it is in Arizona.
I think you're back on the ticket then. I think you can probably still run for president.
You'll be all right.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Has there ever been a president from Arizona?
No, I doubt it.
See, history.
Yeah.
First woman president
Yeah.
and first person from Arizona.
Yeah, that would be.
Holly, has there ever been a president from Missouri? Answer is yes. Do you know who it is?
Who?
Got a guess?
No, I mean.
Truman.
There he is.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better known for the battleship, I think. Or is it an aircraft carrier? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Let's do Caleb's choice because Holly has a question that she wouldn't tell me what it is.
It's a
And
secret.
that's super. That just
Secret
really hurts my brain.
questions.
Yeah.
It's time for Caleb's choice.
His choice.
His rules.
All right. First question: what's your favorite smell?
I'm so glad Greg isn't here for this question.
I know.
Me too. I would be a little bit worried. He was
Yeah.
something like pickles.
Oh, I think it might even be worse than that. I don't know.
Oh no! Oh
My brain
no!
could go really far in that different direction. But favorite smell.
I'm like torn between like fresh baked cookies in like that house smell. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
But I'm also like a super sucker for like berries, like a berry smell, something fruity. I just love fruity smells.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like fresh fruity smells, like
Yeah,
candles or
Yes, like a candle.
okay.
Yeah, but not when it's burning, when you actually smell it.
Before you
Oh.
light it on fire.
Yes, because it does. It
Do you
smells.
think candles, like as you burn them, they don't smell as good?
I don't think. No. Yes, I do believe that.
Why is that?
I
Because
don't.
isn't the stuff at the bottom the same as the stuff at the top?
Yeah, most of the
Yeah.
time.
'Cause I just threw one away earlier that I really like the smell of. It smelled like fall, which is what I would say my favorite smell is, but I don't know how you describe what fall smells like.
I know. Yeah.
It's kind of cinnamony and apple-ish, and I don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells like the candle I just threw in the trash.
Whatever that one is.
And we're gonna get trained in stereo.
Oh
You
yeah.
can hear it at Caleb's house and my house, and he's just a little bit closer to the tracks than I am.
Oh.
Choo choo.
Yeah.
Yeah. After.
What's your favorite smell, Caleb?
Probably campfire or
Oh, that's a good one.
pipe smoke. I like pipe smoke or pipe
Yeah.
tobacco. I like that smell.
I don't. And I don't like campfire smoke.
What? You can't be president anymore, Holly. I'm not voting for you.
Gets you. Once it gets in your clothes, you can't get it out. It just smells like campfire.
Oh,
Yeah.
Seven Love says right after it rains.
Yes, I
Or
was
right before it rains too. That's a
I
good
was
one.
gonna say, but before is it, oh, that's I love that smell too.
Hannah said
Mhm.
baby.
Oh, baby smell is great too.
Depends on if it's clean or not.
Or like
Yeah,
a baby puppy, the baby
Yeah,
puppy.
Seven Love said puppy breath.
Oh, that
Mm.
yeah, I have too many smells. I love them all the good ones at least.
Except for fire.
Mm. Okay.
All right, number 2.
This one's interesting.
Yeah, when I say OSU, what's the first thing you think of?
Oklahoma State
Me
University.
too. Yep.
Me too. I really thought somebody was going to say Ohio
Ohio
State.
State.
Or, yeah.
Oregon State.
Oregon State or something.
Yeah. But I
I saw
am.
something at
Yeah.
work the other day that said OSU on it, and I thought Oklahoma State, but it was something totally different. But so I just thought I'd ask you guys.
Yeah, you would think Oregon State would be mine. Definitely Mike D. He went to school there, so he would definitely say.
Oh,
Mhm.
he went to school in Oregon State.
Yeah, he played baseball for him too.
My name's Mike D, and I'm about to get money.
Haven't played that in a while, so give him a little bit of a shout out.
Sweet.
Yeah, I could see him being a baseball player for sure. Yeah, you know what? Caleb and I being in Missouri and we're old, we actually remember the Big 8.
Mhm.
So for me,
Yeah.
OSU has always been Oklahoma State because in the Big 8, I saw something on X the other day that brought a little tear to my eye. They showed the Big 8 map. That was so much fun. That was my favorite college
Yeah.
conference of all time.
See,
And then
mine,
it got to be too big.
Yep.
And it's too much. The Big 8 was where it was at.
see,
for
I
me.
feel that same way with Pac-10 when we were the Pac-10.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
It just all of them got too. They
Yeah.
were more regionalized,
Mhm.
and then they got too big. And because I would have actually, and to make the Big 8 even better, I think I would have got rid of Colorado and put in Iowa, because then they would have all been in this kind of little slender line between, what does it be, 3 states or 4 states, because Nebraska was in that too. But I don't know. I miss those more simpler days because I'm old.
Agreed.
Okay. So do celebrity endorsements affect the way you vote?
Hell no.
Yes, it does, Holly.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, the day
If the Beatles came out and said something, you're voting for them.
you know what? They better come and walk a day in my shoes or a
Yeah.
day in the
Bingo.
left.
Exactly.
Because no, yeah, I have a really hard time. You don't know what it's like to go to the grocery store for $50. All you have is $50, and all you can take is like 3 items because
Yes.
it just costs too much. They don't know what that's like. So absolutely, they should have no. No.
I question why they even endorse people. To me, you're cutting off half your fans.
You absolutely
Yeah.
are.
I don't
It's
understand
not
that, because listen, I don't really care what Taylor Swift does and what she doesn't do, but like, she has a lot of followers and there's a lot of people that really like her. And for her to endorse one candidate or the other, to me, is super silly, because you just alienated half of your, maybe
Well-
not half of her fans, but you alienated half of the country, because it's pretty much split down the middle.
Yeah.
And
Like-
I don't get it.
I don't understand that either. I know, like, I've seen a lot of people have this same question here all over Twitter. It's been like an ongoing people saying that because Taylor Swift came out and said, she's a single cat lady or a motherless cat lady or something like that. But
I
honestly,
care not.
the only reason I can say I like Taylor Swift is because there are songs that I like that she has made.
Yeah.
If there was songs that didn't, can't say I like her. I don't know her.
Yeah.
Say
Exactly.
I don't know her well enough to say I am going to follow you because you're famous.
Yeah, here's the deal.
You entertain. That's
Yeah,
great.
you are,
in
and
myself.
I'm not talking about her in general, and it just the celebrity.
Yes.
So you can throw a ball really far. You can sing really good. You are good at pretending to be somebody else, as in AKA an actor or actress. You're pretty. Whatever makes you a celebrity doesn't mean that you have any idea, like Holly said, what we're going through on a day-to-day basis. As the, I mean,
Zero idea.
yeah, at all. Why do you think I care what you think about politics? Like Steph Curry, he's just one of the best three-pointer shooters of all time. I don't care who he's voting for. It does not affect me. It does not sway my opinion one bit. I think it's ridiculous that they think we even care. Yeah,
I agree. I mean, most of them do it. Yes, Meg. Most of them do it to get in the news. To be
yeah. It's attention.
However, I do not believe that's why Taylor did it. I don't. Because
what more attention does she need?
Right. She has it. She has it already. I don't think that's. I think hers was because there was a lot going around that Swifties for Trump. A lot. I've seen a lot of that, and maybe that's why she clarified a little more. And something else happened. I don't remember, but
no, I'm not sure either, Holly. It's just how, and I get it too. Like sometimes these politicians want these celebrities to endorse them because it makes them seem cool or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I can't help but think the average person out there does not care what celebrity endorses who.
No.
Or I'm going to leave the country if this person gets elected.
That's just silly.
Just go ahead and go, because
I hate that talk.
In my mind.
Yeah.
Hate it. I hate when people say that. Bye.
Yeah. See ya. Because apparently you don't really care because you have the means to just leave the country if it all goes to hell. The rest of us don't.
Exactly.
So you are not on the same playing field that we are.
Yeah.
So you can keep your opinions to yourself. It does not matter to me.
Yeah.
Holly, break my brain.
Breaking everybody's brain, and listen carefully. Would you rather be on the outside looking in or the inside looking out?
Of what?
Life.
A jail cell?
Life. What?
Shark. I think sharks.
Sharks?
Yeah. Meg.
Would I rather be on the outside looking in or the inside looking out?
Mm-hmm.
In general.
In general. In all situations.
That's hard. Because every
inside.
time I think of it, I can see where be on the outside looking in would be good, and be on the or vice versa, or it would be bad, or vice versa.
Yes, there's no right or wrong answer.
I'm not picking.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the outside looking in. I don't care that I need to be in the mix of everything. As long as I can observe it, I'm good. Like I would rather observe than be stuck inside something and looking out to see what the world is. Because I feel like that's how we are right now. Like we're stuck in our
of these.
Well, that too. And it's not great. Like I wish I could be in space looking in, into Earth rather than being from Earth and wondering if out there is real. I don't like that.
But if you're on the inside looking out, you're experiencing it, right? You're living it.
I don't need to experience everything as long as I can see what's happening. We're good.
See, then my brain immediately goes to it's raining outside and it's cold, and I'm at the window looking in at the nice comfy fire, and I'm like, I just want to be warm.
Yeah, but then inside looking out, your brain goes into like inside a jail cell looking out to
cabin fever.
That I couldn't imagine.
In general, I would pick the same as you. I'd be on the outside looking in.
Yeah, in general, I definitely would.
Caleb?
Inside looking out.
Really?
Yeah. Got to experience it.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you should be the vice president then, not me.
I'm the bodyguard.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle.
I'm Secret Service.
There can be no attempts on our lives because Caleb would just like put his arms out and block all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, are you ready to put this thing to bed?
Let's put it to bed.
Are you sure? Are you tired?
Yeah, I mean,
nap time, Josh?
No, Chiefs are going to be on in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't get that drink
And we're
down
back.
before it came back on. I misjudged the timing of it. So, Holly, I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
So, before we put this thing all the way to bed, you said you have been busy at work and that it's been successful and this and that. Are they going to give you enough? Are they going to give you a raise or give you enough money that you can afford a shirt with sleeves?
No.
She's showing off her guns.
Show off your guns, Holly. Get them out there.
Crazy because it doesn't even have a back.
Oh,
So like the back of my shirt's kind of cool. It
are
says
you
Los
trying to get us?
Angeles.
Oh,
Huh?
I thought maybe you're trying to get us banned.
No, I mean it says Los
yeah.
Angeles on one side and then Rams on the other, and
Oh.
so it goes down. It doesn't have an actual back to it. It just is cute. Yeah, I can't explain it, but
It's super weird to me how guys and girls wear like completely different kinds of clothes.
Hey,
I'm not
Josh.
talking about undergarments. I just mean like in general.
yeah.
How we just have these t-shirts, collared shirts, whatever, and then you don't have a back to your shirt.
Yeah.
Josh, do we have a giveaway today?
I don't think we have a giveaway, but we can play the song from Meg. Do we need to play the song from Meg?
Yeah, he's on withdrawals.
He's having withdrawals. You know what?
Yeah.
We could do a giveaway. Let's
Okay.
give away a golden ticket for Interlink because I keep forgetting to.
Okay.
What are we gonna do for the giveaway?
Okay, I don't know.
Well, let's think about it while we play the music.
It's giveaway time.
It's giveaway time.
It's giveaway time.
Giveaway time is my favorite. I can ask
Today-
a random question real
Do a
quick.
random question. Let's do it.
All right, I'm just gonna pick one out of this box.
It's family feud.
Meg wants us to give away your shirt, Holly.
No. I love this shirt. It's one of my. Okay, I got a random.
All right.
First one to answer the number one
The number one.
will get a
Yes.
golden ticket.
Yep.
Name something parents tell their children not to pick at.
Can I guess too?
No,
No, you can't get the ticket.
Oh. Okay.
I feel like
It's not Shark, Holly or Meg.
shark.
Your nose.
Uh-oh, the rain is coming in. Nose is number 2.
Ooh.
I would have went with nose with number 1 too, but
I didn't tell Trucker we were giving away a golden ticket, but he
Well, there.
pretty much let us know that he would support that anytime. I love that guy. He's super supportive in everything that we do, and shout out to him.
Scab
Scab.
Meg wins.
Yep.
Oh, Matt was really
Scab.
close.
/sores/zit.
That's a gross
Wow.
question.
That is a very gross question. All right, Meg
Right.
won. It's only fitting that he wins because he begs for that damn giveaway thing.
This giveaway.
That's true. Meg, do you have a golden ticket yet? I'm curious to see if he's already got one.
Can
He
I
wants to
try
trade it for Holly's shirt.
No, I love
No,
this shirt.
but Meg, if you win, it's like $500 in B&B, I think.
You could, yeah, and
So
decent.
you could just buy like, I'm gonna guess at least 5 of those shirts.
Yes.
That shirt didn't cost over $100, did it, Holly?
No, it was probably like $30.
Speaking of giveaways, this is how I really was gonna end the put it to bed part. It's really the only thing left I have to say besides go Chiefs is that in a couple weeks, 2 weeks, let me look at the calendar. In 2 weeks will be our scheduled NFT giveaway raffle. Like we had said when we first started this, that as long as they were being bought, we could still have raffles. So we haven't sold that many this month, which is okay if you guys don't want to do it. We're cool with that. We're not trying to push anything. But you still have 2 weeks to get in for there to be another raffle. So if you want in, go to the Open Seas, get yourself a raffle ticket, which is one of the NFTs, and then we can continue to do the raffles. So that's all I wanted to say. Anything else before we call it?
Washington. Baltimore lost to the Raiders.
Ooh.
What? See, mine hasn't refreshed. It still
And
says it's tied. So
Wash-
Baltimore started the season 0-2.
Oh,
That's
wait,
not good.
it's on here. 23-23. I'm lying.
Oh, okay, that's what mine says.
What happened, Matt? What happened? Because they were up. The Raiders were. Something.
The Seahawks and Patriots are in overtime. The Patriots
Washington-
are
Oh,
going to
go
be
ahead.
better than what we thought.
The Commanders beat the
Mhm.
the Giants.
The Bucks beat the Lions.
That's crazy to me.
The
I wouldn't have
Vikings beat the Niners. The Niners did
that
not
makes
come
my
back.
heart that like made my whole Sunday. So now I just have the Rams right now. They're coming up to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do they
I
got today?
Cardinals.
Oh, Cardinals.
Yeah. So I feel like we
They should
should
win.
be okay, but I don't know anymore.
What's your prediction on the Chiefs Bengals game? Think Chiefs win?
By a landslide, I think.
Can it please happen finally? Like, I've been waiting years for the Chiefs to just blow them out and it not be like fingernail biting time the whole
But
game.
I'm going based off of how the Bengals were last week, which was disastrous.
Yeah.
I mean, a high school football team could have beat them. They were bad.
Their defense looked horrible.
Like, I do have their kicker, so I'm hoping it's like a field goal game, but I don't think it is. I think their side might be, but the Chiefs are going to blow them away.
Yeah, it looks like Matt just said that the Raiders are in field goal range. It's 3rd and 5 according to the app, which may be a little bit behind. But I've got that up on the other screen just to kind of keep track of what's happening. So it's very interesting, though. If the Ravens would start 0-2, that would be very interesting. Like, I don't think anybody picked that. I think most people thought even if they lost to Kansas City, they'd beat the Raiders. So my question is,
Seattle just went up 23-20, but there's still 3 minutes and over. Oh no, they just won it. I didn't.
They just won it. They beat the Patriots. Okay.
Yeah. So
they won 23-20. So are the Raiders better than people thought, or are the Ravens worse than people thought?
I feel like the Raiders, especially last year, was last year the first season? Yeah. They're really good the first couple of games to start out the season, and then they plummet downhill. So if history repeats itself, that's what's going to happen.
Okay. It's just going to be interesting, I think, this year. I think there's going to be maybe 2 surprise teams in the AFC make the playoffs. And I'm just not 100% sure who that's going to be. But here's the thing. If the Chiefs beat the Bengals, that means the Ravens, if they lose to the Raiders, and the Bengals would have both started 0-2. That's 2 of the big-time AFC rivals.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's why we love football, though. Sorry, Meg. Sorry, Rudy. I know you guys don't like football too much, but
and hopefully Rudy is feeling better. By the way,
shout out to her.
Yeah.
I actually had that written down to give her some encouraging words, but I'm all out, Rudy. I'm sorry. I just hope you get to feel better.
The up and up. She's got the vid.
That's good.
Yeah. She actually she took a test and got the vid yesterday. Like
vid. I've not heard anybody say that before.
I call it the vid.
You need a shirt that says that.
I know.
The vid.
But I feel like she was a lot worse a couple days before she took the test. And so I'm hoping she's on the up and up now.
You want to know how cool Rudy is?
For Rudy.
So this is how cool Rudy is. I got second in the Zach tournament on Friday. Is that when it was?
Yeah.
Okay, so I knew she wasn't feeling good. She asked me to DM goes for the password because she wasn't feeling good. And Rudy never does that, right? So instantly I go, she's really sick.
Yeah.
So then I get second, which is like you win Zach for that. Mm-hmm. I'm not the guy that's going to hound you on the DMs and like, where's my Zach at? Where's my, right? I'm not that guy. You'll pay me whenever you pay me. She DMs me late last night. I'm so sorry I haven't paid you yet, this and that. I'm like, Rudy, it's all good. She's like, I'll get you paid tomorrow. I'm like, Rudy, all I care about is that you just get better. So, Rudy, send me the Zach whenever. Just get better. We love you. We're praying for you, and we hope that you're back to your normal self sooner than later. So,
yes.
Any other parting words for either one of you guys?
Just that the Raiders are up by 3 with 27 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's probably a ball game unless there's some sort of long pass interference penalty or something. Yeah. But do we have any parting words for Greg?
You know what? It's crazy to me that we're still past an hour and we didn't do any of our segments. And I really was looking forward. Like, I just really like Cryptic Corner a lot because it makes me start my mind like hurt almost. And
it makes me want to punch Greg in the face.
But sometimes I do too. But I really miss his segment. I really miss him doing it. And it just seems a little off without him.
So next
So,
week
yeah.
he'll have a good one, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
He's
Well,
on
hey.
assignment right now, so
He's
Oh,
on
yeah.
assignment. Are we taking odds if it'll be good or not? Are we setting the odds? I
I
don't know.
was
Not
gonna
much of
go
a
with
better.
the odds are pretty like in his favor because I know
Ooh.
him and Mike D have been
yeah.
chatting.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
This has been
that.
a good one.
Yeah,
but
Mike
you
D.
know, he doesn't tell me what they're chatting about, so
It's
it could
secret.
be the weather. I don't know. It could be anything.
It's
at this
boy
point.
stuff. You don't need to
Mike D
know.
might be on the corner with Greg.
On the corner,
On the corner.
Yeah, the
selling
opposite
stuff on the
corner.
corner.
Yeah.
Oh my
Competing corners. Let's call it, guys.
Fine. Have a great week.
Have a great week. God bless.
God. Be kind.
I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.